Hello and welcome to the review of algebraic expressions, where we'll be doing like 10 questions or more. I picked out the most relevant questions, so in here we will learn a lot, and this will review what we've done in the 6 topics that we have done. So first off, let's start with simplification. In here we're going to use rules of indices, so this by this and this by this, so that will be 4 to the power of 3 and x to the power of 2 times 3 divided by 2x power 5, which equals 264 x to the power of 6 divided by 2x power 5, and 64 divided by 2 is 32, and x to the power of 6 divided by x power of 5 is x to the power of 6 minus 5, which is x. So it's 32x. Now expanding the following brackets. So as we said before, it doesn't matter which way we do it. If we do those ones first or do those ones first, it doesn't matter. We will get the same answer. So if we multiply out these two first, we get x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 6 multiplied by x plus 7. Now we collect the like terms, minus 3x and 2x, to get x squared minus x minus 6 times x plus 7. And now we can multiply this x squared by x plus 7 minus x by x plus 7 and minus 6 by x plus 7 to have x cubed plus 7x squared minus x squared minus 7x and minus 6x minus 42 to have x cubed. Collecting the like terms, 7 minus 1 is 6, so 6x squared, and minus 7x minus 6x is minus 13x, and we minus 42. So this is the answer for expanding the x plus 2, x minus 3, x plus 7. Now we need to factorize the following expression. First, and always first, we need to look at for the common factors. So we have x squared, x, and x. The common factor is x. And there is y and y here, but no y here. So we can't have the y out. We can only have the x out. So in here we have x and x plus y squared. So this is factorized already. Okay, now we got 5x squared minus 13x minus 6, where a is greater than 1. So what happens is that we multiply this by this to get minus 30, and we keep this at the top. So now we have to work out what multiplies together to get minus 30 and what adds together to give minus 13. So we write all the factors and we know that this will be 3 and 10. Will it be 3 and 10? No. It could be 15 and 2, because minus 15 plus 2 gives minus 13, and minus 15 times 2 gives minus 30. So here this gets split into 2, like so. And here we divide by 2 to solve them independently. So here is the largest 5x, so x minus 3, and here plus 2, so x minus 3, which can be simplified into 5x plus 2 and x minus 3. And we have factorized it. So when we have 6 minus 5x minus x squared, this is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, but this is with minus 1. The coefficient of a is minus 1. So we take out the common factor. So we take out the common factor of minus 1, and we deal with the following expression. Like so. Minus 6 and 5, 1, 6, 2, 3. This will be 6 and minus 1. So x plus 6, x minus 1. So I would invert the x minus 1 to give us minus x plus 1, which can be written as 1 minus x. And this is the following expression. Now question 11a. Find the value of 35x squared plus 2x minus 48 when x equals 25. So what we do is we plug in the 25, and this gives us 21,877. And now for the part B, it says by factorizing the expression, show that your answer to part A can be written as the product of two prime factors. So we have to factorize the expression. 35x squared plus 2x minus 48. So we multiply 35 by minus 48, and this will be minus 1680, and we have 2 at the top. So now we have to find the top and the bottom, something that adds to get 2 and something that multiplies to get minus 1680. So 1680, 2, 8, 40, 4, 420 or 10, not 20, 8, 110, and we can do 10, 168. Am I doing this correct? It's 210, sorry. This is 10, 168. Can we get any lower? Yes, we can. We can get lower by 20. So that is now divided by another 2. So that's 40 and 42. Now we got to 40 and 42. And this is what we need. 42 minus 40 is 2. And 42 times minus 40 is minus 1680. So we split the following 2 into 35x squared plus 42x minus 40x minus 48. And then we factorize each of the parts. So here it will be 7x and 5x, and here plus 6. And here it will be minus 8 and 5x plus 6. So the final answer will be 7x minus 8 and 5x plus 6. Now if we plug 25 into this into those two numbers, then 7 times 25 minus 8 is 167, and 5 times 25 plus 6 is 131. So the answer to showing that your answer to part A can be written as a product of two prime factors is 167 and 131, which are prime factors, so they can be written as prime factors. So we multiply the top and bottom by the opposite of the bottom. And this will be 23, so that's 23 times minus root 37 is root 37 times 23, which is minus 851, and again minus 851, and plus 37 times 37, which is 37. And now we have 23 minus 37. So 23 plus 37 is going to be 60 minus 2 square root of 851 all over minus 14, where if we divide by 2 the denominator and the numerator, we get 30 minus 851 square rooted and 7, and here negative. We have to expand the brackets of 2 plus root 3 and 2 plus root 3, so that is 1 over 4 plus 2 root 3 plus 2 root 3 plus 3, and 1 over 7 plus 4 root 3. So now we have to rationalize the denominator, and this gives us, if we multiply this by 7 minus 4 root 3 and 7 minus 4 root 3, this gives us 7 minus 4 root 3, and the bottom is 49. So 7 times 7 is 49, 7 times minus 4 root 3 and 7 times 4 root 3 cancel, and 4 root 3 times 4 root 3 is going to be 16 times 3, which is 48, so negative 48. And now this is 7 minus 4 root 3, because this is equivalent to 1, so 7 minus 4 root 3 by 1 is 7 minus 4 root 3. Now we go into question 14, which I think will be the hardest question that you'll ever get in maths for this chapter. So given that x cubed minus x squared minus 17x minus 15 equals to x plus 3 times x squared plus bx plus c, where b and c are constants, work out the values of b and c. This will be comparing the coefficients, but there's an easier way to do it. The easier way is in chapter 7, where you can divide the x cubed minus x squared minus 17x minus 15 by x plus 3 to get x squared plus bx plus c. But we don't have this knowledge yet, therefore we have to struggle with what we have. So x plus 3 multiplied by x squared plus bx plus c is going to be x times this and x times this. So x cubed plus bx squared plus cx, and 3x squared and plus 3bx plus 3c. So this is equal to x cubed plus b plus 3x squared and plus 3b plus c x plus 3c. Comparing that to our x cubed minus x squared minus 17x minus 15 is the following. So b plus 3 is equal to minus 1, 3b plus c is equal to minus 17, and 3c is equal to minus 15. So from here we see that c is minus 5, and here we see that b can be minus 4, and therefore we know b and c, and if we know b and c, now we know the values of b and c, because that's what the question was asking us to do. So the following is going to be equivalent or equal to x plus 3 x squared minus 4x minus 5. Now it told us to fully factorize it, so what we do is we factorize this bit, so that is minus 5 and minus 4. That's 1 and 5 only, so this is 5 minus 5 plus 1, because minus 5 plus 1 is minus 4, and minus 5 times 1 is minus 5. So what happens now is that there is x plus 3, x minus 5, and x plus 1, and now this expression is fully factorized. Now we are going to do the exam questions. So we need to get in a form of square root of a plus square root of b. First I'm going to simplify the bottom before I rationalize it. So we can simplify the bottom to be square root of 25 times 3 and minus square root of 25 times 2 to be 5 over 5 root 3 minus 5 root 2. And now I can divide the whole thing by 5, the top, the bottom and the top, to get 1 over square root of 3 minus square root of 2. Now this is much more friendly, because we multiply it by root 3 plus root 2 and root 3 plus root 2. So what we get is root 3 plus root 2 at the top, and we get 3 minus 2 at the bottom. Therefore we get root 3 plus root 2, and that means that a is 3 and b is 2, or the other way around. Now we need to expand and simplify the following brackets. So we multiply square root of 11 by 5 minus square root of 11 and minus 5 by 5 minus square root of 11. So square root of 11 times 5 is 5 square root 11. Square root 11 times minus 11 is going to be minus 11. Minus 5 times 5 is plus 25. No, it's minus 25. And minus 5 times minus root 11 is plus 5 root 11. So 10 root 11 minus 36 is the answer. Now factorization. To factorize it completely, we always highlighting, we check the common factors. So the common factors of x and 64x cubed is x. That leaves us with 1 minus 64x squared. Now, this is not in a form of ax squared plus bx plus c. But here we can see how we got a negation symbol, which indicates that this might be the difference of two squares. So here 1 could be squared, and here 8x could be squared. So using the formula of ax squared minus y squared equals x plus y x minus y, we can use it to say that x 1 minus 8x and 1 plus 8x. Now we have 27 to the power of 2x plus 1. We have to express it as 3 to the power of y. So how do we do it? To get to the base 3, we know that 27 is the same as 3 power 3. So that means that 3 to the power of 6x plus 3. And therefore, if we compare these two together, we see that we can compare the powers together by saying y equals to 6x plus 3. So we are stating y in terms of x. And that is the end of the question. Now we're dealing with this question. So what we do is we need to find the value of x. So what happens is that we get rid of the square root of 9, square root of 3, to be 8 square root of 3 plus x square root of 12 square root of 3 equals 8x, and therefore 8 root 3 plus x root 36 equals 8x, and 8 root 3 plus 6x equals to 8x, and 8 root 3 equals 4x, and actually 2x, and x equals to 4 root 3. Now, question 21. A rectangle has a length, so we got a rectangle with a length that is 1 plus root 3. Now, sorry if you can hear some noise in the background, but somebody's making a noise and I cannot stop that. So if you hear a noise in the background, that's not my fault. And I'm really sorry for that. And the area of this is 12 centimeters squared. So now we need to calculate the width. In normal rectangle, what we would do is length times width is equal to area. In here is the same. So 1 plus root 3 times the unknown, which is x, is going to be equal to root 12, which means that root 12 over 1 plus root 3 is x. So now we can simplify the top with 2 root 3, and the bottom we can rationalize with 1 minus root 3 and 1 minus root 3. And now what we do is 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3 times minus root 3 is negative 2 times 3, which is 6. And here we have minus 1 minus 3. So that is 2 root 3 minus 6 over minus 2. And divide that by minus 2 is going to be 6 minus root 3. No, it's going to be 3 minus root 3. And don't forget about the units, which are centimeters squared. So it's 3 minus root 3 centimeters. 22. Show that 2 minus square root of x squared over square root of x can be written as 4x to the power of a half minus a half minus 4 plus x to the power of a half. So first of all, we have 2 minus square root of x times 2 minus square root of x over square root of x. We multiply the top to be 4 minus 2 square root of x minus 2 square root of x plus x over square root of x, and 4 minus 4 square root of x plus x over square root of x, and 4 minus 4 x to the power of a half plus x divided by x power of a half. And if you don't know how to do these rules, then basically we used square root of x equals to x and a half, because this is the root and this is the power. So now we multiply, divide each term by x and a half. So 4x and a half minus 4x and a half over x and a half plus x over x and a half. And that equals to 4x minus a half. Those cancel to give minus 4, and 1 minus a half is a half, so x and a half. And that is what we're supposed to get, so the answer is correct. And when you need to show it, you have to show all the steps, so do not skip anything, and do not do your answers in your head when the question says show. And now 23, given that 243 square root of 3 equals to 3 power a, find the value of a. So this is the same, kind of the same as the question 19, where we had to express the 27 to the power of 2x plus 1 to have 3 to the power of 1. So what we have here is we have 243 to the power of 1 times 3 to the power of a half equals to 3a. Now this 3 times 3 is gonna be 9, 3 times 9 is going to be 27. 3 times 27 is going to be 81. 81 times 3 is going to be 324. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3's. So 3 power 5 times 3.5 equals to 3a. So 3, 5 plus a half equals to 3a. So 3 plus a half equals to a. 10 over 2 plus a half equals a. 11 over 2 equals a. And the last question, given that 4x cubed plus x to the power of 5 over 2 all over square root of x can be written in the form of 4x to the power of a plus x to the power of b. Write down the value of a and the value of b. So here we have 4x cubed plus x to the power of 5 over 2 all over x to the power of a half, which equals to 4x cubed over x and a half plus x to the power of 5 over 2 over x and a half. So 4x cubed divided by x to the power of a half is the same as saying 4x3 minus a half, and plus x to the power of 5 over 2 over x to the power of a half is x to the power of a 5 over 2 minus a half, and that is 4x, so that's the same as saying 6 over 2 minus a half, which is 5 over 2, so that is 5 over 2. And here we have 5 over 2 minus half, so that is 5 minus 1 is 4, 4 over 2 is 2, so that's x to the power of 2. So what we have here is a is equal to 5 over 2 and b is equal to 2. And these are the correct answers, and therefore we have done the review of chapter 1, and we're gonna go to chapter 2, which is quadratic expressions. So that will be quadratics, and we'll be able to solve the quadratic equations, interpret the discriminant, and apply real-life models that involve quadratic functions. So hope you liked the video and that it helped you and that you understand the algebraic expressions chapter, because we'll be using that chapter in all of the chapters, because these are the basis of mathematics.